𝗕𝗪𝗧 price update.
Let's get into it.
So today, guys, we're going to be taking a cheeky look at 𝗕𝗪𝗧 and specifically the price action of the one coin. We'll be taking a look at those key technical indicators such as the Fibonacci retracement, the 50, 100, 200 and moving averages, along with the volume and of course that relative strength index. We'll compare these indicators across that 1 day chart, that 4 hour chart and that 1 hour chart, and I hopefully get a good picture as to where things are looking to go with 𝗕𝗪𝗧. As we get into this video, guys, if you do find it useful and informative, hit that like button. We both really do appreciate it. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you'd like to stay up to date with those new cryptocurrencies and hidden gems that we talk about here, then do consider subscribing to the channel. By subscribing, you'll be kept up to date with absolutely everything we do here at Cheeky Crypto. It is free, you'll stay well informed, so why not? And of course, by hitting that notification bell, you'll get those juicy notifications and you'll never miss a thing. Right, with all of that said and done and out of the way, Chris, should we jump on down to the desktop and give everyone a brief update on the 𝗕𝗪𝗧 staking pool before getting into the price action?
Yeah, let's do it, Nick.
So here we are. This is 𝗕𝗪𝗧 staking, and this is the pool that we operate here called Cheeky1. This has 31.1 million delegated, so really do appreciate that, guys, and we've been performing relatively well. We have been getting a consistent 11% APY, and we are always looking to improve upon this. We have seen highs, Chris, of 19.5 and also lows of about 6, but over average, we are looking to improve where we can. We are now actually operating, Chris, 4 servers with this particular pool, and we have those servers distributed around the globe. We are operating on shard 0, 1, 2, and 3, and we are increasing the slots to make sure that we maximize those juicy returns for you guys. Chris, anything else you would like to add on the pool side of things?
The only things to really add is if you're not delegating, then for me it's a good way to make a passive income. Like Nick said, we're performing consistently now around the 11+% mark, and it supports the project. So 𝗕𝗪𝗧, by delegating it, takes it off of the exchanges, which is a good thing for price discovery, but it also supports us here at Cheeky Crypto. So there you go. It's worth doing. You've got to make your money work hard for you, like you worked for it.
Fantastic. Right, so let's just briefly catch everyone up on what is 𝗕𝗪𝗧, right? And ultimately, 𝗕𝗪𝗧, for those who do not know, it is, I guess it provides high throughput, low latency, and low fee consensus platform, which is designed to power a decentralized economy of the future. And they plan to address many of the issues that are facing other blockchain ecosystems through the best use of research and engineering practices to optimally tune the system. The technical focus of the project is on resharding and secure staking with decentralized randomness. 𝗕𝗪𝗧 also implements optimal cross-shard routing and fast block propagation. In practice, 𝗕𝗪𝗧 basically helps businesses to build marketplaces for fungible tokens such as loyalty points and energy credits, and those non-fungible assets such as in-game digital assets, those NFTs, if you will. And 𝗕𝗪𝗧 also uses its zero-knowledge proofs to enable data sharing with consumer privacy, and this incentivizes users and could be used for credit ratings and exchanges and other data sharing that's traditionally seen centralized platforms profiting and users being left with nothing. So it's definitely a potential project that has huge implications for the space and has been doing significantly well most recently. And so what we're going to do is actually get into the price action and see where things have been going and where they are likely to go in the future. So let's jump on over to the charts here. This is 𝗕𝗪𝗧 to the USDT. This is the daily chart, and Binance is the data source here. We are looking at the most recent price action over here with our Fibonacci retracement tool. However, if we zoom on out, we can see that was a good run over here, a 23-day sideways trade before we really got into this one over this side. But let's talk about this 18-day run that we saw over here. This started on the 11th of March and rode to a high on the 29th of March. That was an 18-day run that saw 496% in gains. Pretty juicy. Since then, we've actually traded sideways now for 27 days. And that's usually the case. When you have such a huge price action driving from a low point to a high point, you're usually relatively low on that relative strength index. And obviously, by the time you finish that run to the upside, you're going to be overbought, at least 9 times out of 10. And that rally to the upside is usually quite short and is over very, very quickly. Of course, after that, you have that long correction that is due, and ultimately that correction sees your relative strength index drop from an overbought area to pretty much a really low and meaningful area on that relative strength index. Sometimes it drops into oversold, and then you know a reversal is coming. In the most recent action, Chris, we've seen Bitcoin have a pretty steep correction, and that has actually pulled most of the altcoins down with it. And that's actually been a pretty good sign and a pretty good thing in order to actually enable some of these sideways trades and these corrections to actually be over faster than they would normally. So that means that May is going to be looking like a pretty interesting month. So as we get into this, we can see that we most recently today, Chris, after Bitcoin found its bottom yesterday, basically Harmony 1 has decided to have a reversal and is starting to climb right back up now. And we can see that from this particular candle just here. At the point of recording this video, it is 11.8 cents and it doesn't seem to be wanting to slow down. We can see the volumes are still nice and low, so the volumes do have to improve if we want to see some significant price discovery. Of course, down here on that relative strength index, we can see that we were almost oversold, and there was only one place to go, Chris, when you're that low on that relative strength index.
Yeah, and you know what? That's up.
That is up indeed. So we are now approaching our magic line of 49.17 on that relative strength index. This is the area that previously we bounced off from, and we almost got the bounce here before Bitcoin was correcting. And that Bitcoin correction has actually brought it down below our 49.17 blue line here. So things are definitely looking interesting on this daily chart, and we can see the 50 moving average up here actually working more as resistance, with the 100 moving average here acting as a bit of support. So we're going to confirm that on the other charts, so the 4-hourly and the hourly, and see what those 50 moving averages are looking like. For the most part, during this correction, we've actually been below average pricing, which means that basically one Harmony and the one coin was actually below the average price of a Harmony 1 coin. So there were some pretty good opportunities, being low volume, low relative strength index, and below average pricing. It was a bit of much of a steal, right?
Yeah, I mean, there was a number of projects that were still over the last sort of 3 or 4 days. It's been quite remarkable. Let us know in the comments below whether you actually took advantage.
Right, let's jump on down into our 4-hourly chart. And here we can see that we've actually been rallying quite well. We are moving this relative strength index quite high. And as we've been moving up, we have had an increase in volume, unlike what was happening before when we were moving up on that relative strength index and the volumes were decreasing. So now we have a complete reversal in pattern, which is fantastic. We are now firmly above our 49.17, and this is coming in just under 40 on that relative strength index. Our current pricing here is above that 50 moving average, but still below that 100 and 200 moving average. So what we can see is the 50 moving average was actually acting as a bit of resistance over here, and that is no longer resistance now. So that's a good sign. But we do have to pass that 100 moving average as well. And we do have an area of resistance up here at 13.5 cents. So there's some immediate things that we need to think about. But we are looking pretty good volume, and we have got room to grow here on that relative strength index. Okay, so things on this 4-hour chart are definitely heating up, Chris. We can see the change in patterns here, that basically once the price is or was increasing previously, the volumes were decreasing. And actually what we wanted to see was the volumes increasing with the relative strength increasing and the price increasing. So that's exactly what we're seeing right now. So a complete reversal and a shift in pattern. So it is indicating to us that there is a reversal now on the cards for Harmony 1. What we're going to do is just pull this down into our hourly view, and here we can see that actually we're now above average pricing, which means the 50, the 100 and the 200 moving averages are actually below the current candle price, which is fantastic if we can turn that and now flip it into support. So what we can see here is that we were almost oversold on this hourly chart, and we did rally up to an overbought area. During that run, we saw an increase in volume here, Okay, and that was really helping to push the price up significantly. So we rode this thing from as low as 11.8 through to, sorry, we rode this up from 8.6 through to the high here of 12.4. So a significant price run, but we are overbought at the moment, and we're having that correction on this hourly now. So a decrease in volume is exactly what you want when you're bringing that relative strength index down, and we're looking to try to get support here, and we either want to have this support at the 382 or one of these moving averages, and I think support is going to be found potentially on the 100 or 50 moving average in due course here, and we'll probably look to get a bounce from that 49.17. So in the short term, and I mean short term, next few hours, we are looking to bring the price of Harmony 1 down a little bit in order to give us enough room to continue this growth to the upside. It's going to be an interesting 24 hours, Chris, and I think we're going to start seeing some pretty good pricing for Harmony 1 in the next 24 hours, in the next 48, and pretty much for this week ahead of us. Now, what I'm going to do is pull this back up into our daily view, and where we can see that the relative strength index is incredibly low. That low relative strength index and a volume that is starting to increase across those 4 hourly and hourlies, it's going to be really interesting to see how this price moves up. We potentially will be looking to come back down to 10.9 and flip the previous area here into an area of support. That will correct our hourly that has done phenomenally well so far and allow us to continue this growth to the upside, where we can take out that 50% retracement area and try to tackle that 13.5 cent resistance zone. Ultimately, this 13.5 is going to be the area of major resistance that we want to break through, and we want to break through that area and flip that and turn it into support. Turning that into support is going to really help push us on above and beyond. And of course, Chris, still looking ahead, we can see that our first price target here for Harmony 1 comes in at 33.9 cent. So that is about 188% move from the current position, and that is what I think we are looking to achieve in the next little run here. And Chris, is there anything else that you would like to add on, Harmony 1 price update, or anything other, or any other kind of updates for Harmony 1?
They're working hard in the background. For me, there's so much more that is going to be happening for Harmony 1. I think it's just really interesting. We've got people building on the platform more now. So yeah, it looks good, Nick. I'm really excited about, the next sort of few weeks to see what sort of news comes out and all that sort of jazz to support the price discovery. For me, what a great opportunity the last few days have been. It's kind of like everybody asks, I wish, it retrace a bit so we can pick up some more. When it happens, it's like nobody wants it. It's one of those, that's crypto. We've talked about these swings in prices a lot, and I think it's just one of those. We're starting to see that all play out. So yeah, it's great. Let me know below in the comments, whether you are delegating or you're not delegating. Just really interested to get an idea of, the percentages of people delegating, not delegating, not just to our pool, but to any pool.
Fantastic. Guys, if you found this video useful and informative, hit that like button. We both really do appreciate it. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you'd like to stay up to date with those new cryptocurrencies, those hidden gems that we talk about here at Cheeky Crypto, then do consider subscribing to the channel. By subscribing, you'll be kept up to date with absolutely everything we do here. It is free. You'll stay well informed, so why not? And of course, by hitting that notification bell, you'll get all those juicy notifications and you won't miss a single thing. And with all that said and done, we hope you have a fantastic day, guys, and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Yeah, take care.